comprehend the devastating aftermath, or how far this would reach, or where this would go.
Oh my God!
Bodies in that building waiting to be identified for over a day. No one knew that the people who were missing had stopped breathing long before any of us had even known that a code red had been called.
I just said, Mom, like, I love you so much and I think I'm gonna die.
Many of you know someone who did not get out alive.
It was the most scariest moment of my life. I've never experienced anything like that.
Your best friend was shot right next to you.
Unfortunately, she didn't make it.
Sad.
Why?
Because I saw someone have their arms shot off, and her best friend didn't make it. And also, they were laying down, and some people got shot.
Samantha,
We're so sorry about that, Samantha. So sorry. Are you okay, honey?
I'm okay. Thank you.
We're sending love and prayers to you right now.
For those who still can't comprehend because they refuse to, I'll tell you where it went. Right into the ground, 6 feet deep. 6 minutes and 20 seconds with an AR-15, and my friend Carmen would never complain to me about piano practice. Aaron Feist would never call Kira Miss Sunshine. Alex Schachter would never walk into school with his brother Ryan. Scott Beagle would never joke around with Cameron at camp. Helen Ramsey would never hang out after school with Max. Gina Montalto would never wave to her friend Liam at lunch. Joaquin Oliver would never play basketball with Sam or Dylan. Elena Petty would never. Kara Lugren would never. Chris Hickson would never. Luke Hoyer would never. Marquine Duque Aguiano would never. Peter Wang would never. Alyssa Al-Hadaf would never. Jamie Guttenberg would never. Meadow Pollock would never.
Me afraid to be in a world with people that have guns.
On February 14th, tragedy struck my hometown, my school, Marjorie Douglas High. Alyssa Al-Hadaf, Scott Beagle, Martin Duque Anguiano, Aaron Feist, Jamie Guttenberg, Chris Hickson, Luke Hoyer, Kara Lugren, Gina Montalto, Joaquin Oliver, Elena Petty, Meadow Pollock, Helena Ramsey, Alex Schachter, Carmen Schentrup, Peter Wang, and Nicholas Ward all lost their lives in less than 7 minutes. And I saved Nicholas for the end because today is Nicholas's birthday. Nicholas, we are all here for you. Happy birthday. Their families endured great pain. Many others were injured, and thousands of young people, my classmates, were forced to become adults and were targeted as adults.
I have lived in South LA my entire life and have lost many loved ones to gun violence. This is normal. Normal to the point that I've learned to duck from bullets before I learned how to read.
My 14-year-old brother, Akil Christopher, was shot while walking home from a high school graduation party at his friend's house. My brother survived for 14 days and died on his 15th birthday, July 10th, 2012. At that time, I was only 5 years old. Since this gun violence took away my childhood, and nothing in my life was ever the same because I no longer have my best friend.
This doesn't just happen in schools. Americans are being attacked in churches, nightclubs, movie theaters, and on the streets.
At this moment, please raise your hand if you have been affected by gun violence to honor the ones you have lost. Today, I raise my hand in honor of my twin brother, Zaire Kelly.
And while the U.S. ranks first by far in gun ownership worldwide, as well as for mass shootings,
The fact is that we have a culture in the United States that is generating these people. It's like an incubator for these types of folk that do this, and we've got to begin to ask ourselves why, and then we have to ask the NRA, a very powerful organization, but what is it going to take for them to recognize that the people that have a major problem in the United States, and what are we going to do to modify the gun laws so that we can try to prevent these tragedies from happening over and over and over again? How many dead children, how many incidents like this is it going to take for them to recognize that something has got to be done to control this situation?
For the first time, the corrupt aren't controlling our story. We are. The corrupt aren't manipulating the facts. We know the truth. Shooting after shooting, the American people now see one thing they all have in common: the weapons.
All for the reinforcement of background checks and closing of loopholes, because there must be more requirement for a person to access a gun than just a wad of cash.
Make it harder for people to obtain a gun because it seems as if it's way too easy.
And more regulation on it. Everybody should be able to get a gun. Like, there's too many people with guns.
For me, I would like to not worry about dying and focus on math and science and playing basketball with my friends.
Together, we will use our voices to make sure that our schools, churches, movie theaters, and concerts, and our streets become safer without having them feel like prisons. If teachers start packing heat, are they going to arm our pastors, ministers, and rabbis? Are they going to arm the guys scanning tickets at the movie theater? Are they going to arm the person wearing the Mickey Mouse costume at Disney? This is what the National Rifle Association wants, and we will not stand for it. We would not need metal detectors and clear backpacks and more weapons in our streets if there weren't weapons of war in the hands of civilians. All it comes down to is life or death. To all the politicians out there, if you take money from the NRA, you have chosen death. If you have not expressed to your constituents a public stance on this issue, you have chosen death. If you do not stand with us by saying we need to pass common sense gun legislation, you have chosen death. And none of the millions of people marching in this country today will stop until they see those against us out of office, because we choose life.
Universal background checks. Stand for us or beware, the voters are coming.